Listen, welcome my people, welcome to another video of mine. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't watched my previous video, which is about what is my previous video about? Crazy. What was my last video about? Basically about how beliefs shape, how your thoughts shape your reality. That's crazy. I shouldn't have forgotten that. It was literally only last week, which is mad, right? But cool. Last video was about how your beliefs, thought shapes your reality. In today's video, we're going to talk about identity shifting, right? And you've probably heard of it. You probably don't understand it. And in this video, I'm kind of just going to explain it to you in details where you can understand it. And it's something that you can do with consistent effort and consistent actions towards it over time, and you will see a magnificent shift in your identity. Identity shifting is literally only just shifting your concept, your personality of yourself, but I will get into that. And me myself, I'm living proof of that, right? I'm not who I used to be a year ago, 6 months ago, 2 years ago. I'm a completely different person. The person who I was before wouldn't be able to come on YouTube and talk to you and explain and have this much confidence in myself to be able to just present myself to the world. Do you get what I mean? I wasn't that type of person before. I had a certain type of belief system before where it aligned with who I was before. Do you know what I mean? Whereas I just changed my belief system and I was able to change my identity, and now I'm a completely different person, right? I'm able to pursue trading. I'm able to pursue a career in sales. I was able to do multiple things that I didn't think I was capable of doing before, which was all just essentially me shifting my identity towards something more of what I wanted to become. My identity before that was simply just kind of given to me, and I just kind of accepted it, really, right? So I'm living proof, and I can tell you firsthand and forehand how this shit works. Well, without further ado, let's get the video started, right? So cool. What is identity? Identity is basically you. It's your personality. It's your self-concept. What is a self-concept? A self-concept is basically another belief system, but only this belief system is a collection of beliefs about yourself. So it's presented towards yourself. So your identity which is your self-concept, is basically a collection of beliefs. Oh gosh, look at the writing. Collection of beliefs about yourself. That's all it is. That's all it is, right? Identity is your self-concept, which then equals what is a collection of beliefs about yourselves. And if you did watch my previous video, you would know how your beliefs has a massive part to play with your perception, just about thoughts. So if you're thinking about your beliefs about yourself, this has a massive effect and a massive factor on your perception about how you view yourself, which is essentially how you view the world, because everything, the world is like a mirror, internal, external, right? Now, the problem that we do have, right, is people's self-concept or their collection of beliefs about themselves is based off of past experiences. Literally, it is based off past experiences, which is not ideal at all. It's based off numerous things. Past experiences. Oh my gosh, my spelling is poor. Past experiences, other people's opinions, childhood, and just what you can see in reality right now, basically. See in reality right now. Right, so the problem that we have is that if your collection of beliefs about yourself is based on past experiences, other people's opinions, childhood, and what you can see in reality right now, if you haven't achieved anything in your life, how are you going to achieve it? If you don't believe that about yourself, you're simply going to believe that you can't achieve it based on your past experiences, right? And if you've been oblivious to cause and effect, then you're not going to understand that it was your own fault, and you're going to think that it's circumstances, right? That is a major issue. You can't have an idea about yourself based off of past experiences. It just doesn't make sense, because if you haven't been able to achieve anything, you're going to feel like you can't achieve anything, and that is massively incorrect. We're all built in the image of God. We have the Spirit of God within us. We're capable of achieving anything we fucking want to. We just gotta choose. And we gotta, oh sorry, that was disgusting. And we just have to focus on it. That's all it is. We can be anything we want to be, but because of these past experiences and other people's opinions and what you can see right now, that's what your collection of beliefs is based about yourself. And that is the massive problem that we have. Whereas if you was to shift, so if our collection of beliefs is about this, your collection of beliefs is based on past experiences. It's not based on what you think you can do. It's based on what you have done. So your self-concept is literally a history. It's just your history of your past self. But if you don't like where you've been in the past, or you don't like who you are now, how are you going to move forward? If who you believe to be about yourself is stuff that you've experienced in the past, which is what you don't like, and if you don't like it, now you're going to change it, right? It doesn't really make sense. You get stuck in a self-concept type of loop, right? Without understanding that, remember, belief is simply just an idea. So these are just simply ideas about yourself. So if you can shift these ideas, forget the past experiences, forget other people's opinions, they don't matter, forget childhood, forget what you can see right now. If you can shift your ideas about yourself to what you want it to be, or how you want to live your life, you can build a self-concept based on that. You can essentially shift identities. You can shift who you want to be, because this doesn't define who you are. Past experiences, personality is very fluid, right? And I learned this from Alan Watts. Alan Watts said personality comes from the Latin word persona, which means mask. Your personality is simply a mask. What is a mask? A mask is what you can take on. It hides your real identity. So your personality, your identity is not even the real you. It's just a version of you. It's an idea of you that you believe to have about yourself, and it is very fluid. You can choose who you want to be. You can choose how you want to act. You can choose these things, right? So now we're going to shift into a positive self-belief and a negative self-belief, because you might not understand the difference, right? So we have two different things. How do I scroll down on this? Yeah, cool. So we have two different things, right? And I'm going to try and put two different sides. How am I going to do this now? We'll put this side here. This will be positive self. Oh, my handwriting is a joke. Positive self-concept. And then we will also have on this side the negative self-concept. Now obviously we're not live, so well, I'm actually live on TikTok. If anyone's watching, give me an example of any negative self-concepts that you might think one person may have. I can start. Simply just I can't. Simply I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't do this. That is a negative self-concept of yourself. Automatically, you're already automatically thinking you can't do something. Why can't you do it? Anything and everything is possible towards God, right? Anything and anything is possible. I can't do this. I can't do that. That was meant to say that, right? Another negative self-concept about yourself is I'm shy. Another one, I'm poor with money. I'm broke. We can just start naming them off the list, you know. We all have these. Sorry, I keep checking the TikTok to see if anyone commented, but it didn't. I'm shy. I'm poor with money. I'm broke. I have anxiety. These are things that you believe about yourself. I can never achieve that. I can't do this because of that. I can't do this because of that. These are all negative self-concepts about yourself, and you can extrapolate this to anything in your life. I want this to be like very action orientated towards you, right? If you're watching this, I want you to do the same list and list out the negative self-concepts that you have within yourself, because if you don't know what they are, how are you going to change it in the first place, right? And these things are all similar. They're all, what are they? What are these? They're actually all limitations. These are limitations. These are ideas that are limited, stuck in a box. That's literally what, fucking, I wasn't meant to go that far, sorry for my language. That is literally what the negative self-concept of yourself is, right? Now, if we go to positive self-concept, what is? I can do this. I'm capable of this. I can do this. I'm capable of this. Think in terms of what's possible. I can do this. I'm capable of this. You think in terms of what is possible. You think in terms of what ifs. You say, I'm great with this. I'm good. I'm confident. I'm confident. I'm great. I'm fantastic. I'm like, it's all of these things, and they're all very kind of empowering. They all build yourself up in a very positive manner. Whereas when you describe this or you associate this with yourself, it's very negative, it's very dull. Like, you can feel the emotions within you. If someone's like, I'm shy or I'm broke, automatically the feelings within them starts to rise, and it's negative, right? Whereas if you look at it in a different aspect of, I can do this, I'm capable of this, anything is possible, I can achieve that because it's me, I'm confident, I'm great. These are not arrogant, egotistical, I think I pronounced it wrong. Egotistical, oh my gosh, ego-driven things. These are not that. Do not get mistaken. Don't mistake someone's confidence for arrogance, because it's not. It's just simply their powerful belief in themselves. And if you think their confidence is actually arrogance, then you're actually insecure about something within yourself. That's the reality of it. Because we're all capable of the same things. We can all achieve everything. We all literally have the same tools, but we just use our belief system is just built very different, right? A lot of people, some people have positive self-concepts, other people have negative self-concepts. And this is why a lot of people don't like rich people. When they hear rich people talking on the internet, like, oh, he's arrogant, he's cocky, he's this and that. Well, he's not. He just has a very high confident ability in himself. He has a very high confidence in himself. He knows what he's capable of, and he's just expressing himself towards that. But because you're not there and you don't believe you can do that, you're calling him cocky because you think whatever he achieved is not attainable for you, and that's not the truth. It is attainable for you. So if anything, you should be like, yeah man, like, that's lit. Do you get what I mean? Like, if anyone's gassing themselves up on the internet, you should just be like, yeah, that's cool, like, I can do the same thing, he's showing me what I can do. And that's the reality of it. Do you know what I mean? Like, any negative self-concept of yourself is based within an insecurity that you have, and it's not, you're further away from the source than you need to be, right? So if these are negative self-concepts and these are positive self-concepts, how do you think the realities of these guys' lives differ? Like, how do you think their realities differ? Well, I can give a few examples, right? Cool. So let's say someone has a negative self-concept of themselves and they say, I can never achieve this. Okay, so cool. They have a belief about something. I can't achieve this. So their thought process is based on, I can't achieve this. So remember, limitations don't appear in reality first. They first appear in the mind. He's just put a mental block. He's put a mental barrier on his mind saying, I can't achieve this because of a certain external circumstance, a certain external factor that doesn't really make sense. Right? So he says, cool, I can't achieve this. What happens? He gets thoughts and he gets ideas, and then he might get ideas, but he's not going to act on those ideas because he don't think he can achieve it. He can't. So now his actions align with the thought, right? This is what happens. Actions align with your thoughts, brackets, your beliefs, right? If someone says I can't do this, they've already put the mental barrier there. So now their physical action, them actually going to do something, aligns with what they believe. I can't do this because of that. So now their actions say the same thing. This is how a self-concept works. This is how your identity and how your personality and thoughts shape your reality. The same thing I spoke about in the last series, but this is why this video, identity shifting, is very important. Why you have to have a very positive self-concept of yourself, because your actions go where your thoughts and beliefs are. If you can't believe you can do something, you're not gonna act. So what happens after you don't act? You don't get the results that you want to get. And what happens? This original belief just proves you right, and you can't do it. So now, because your actions said you can't do it and your thoughts said you can't do it, the results gave you the same thing. The results gave you nothing. You couldn't do anything, which now does what? Reinforces the negative self-concept that you had in yourself in the first place, all because you've put a limited idea into your mind first. Whereas if we used to go to another type of person who says, I can do this, I am capable of this, I am capable, they start to get ideas, right? They start to get ideas. They get an idea to create a business. Let's say they want to create a business. It's the same thing with me. I got an idea to do YouTube. Let's use me as an example. I got an idea to do YouTube. I said, you know what? I'm capable of this. I can do this. Like, yeah, you know what? I can make videos. I can build my channel up to a certain amount. And, you know, I'm imagining for the stars, because I'm thinking I can instead of I can't. So now I'm starting to get ideas. The ideas are flowing. I'm going to make a video about this. I'm going to make a video about this. The action's starting to work. So now I start going towards the action of what I believe, because I'm saying I can. So now I start working, and start the physical manifestation now starts to work through me. I start to act on the idea, and now my actions are aligning with my beliefs, because I'm saying I can, and now I am doing those things. So now I'm filming videos, I'm explaining, I'm editing them, I'm uploading them. What does that do? Reinforces the same belief, reinforces I can do this, reinforces I am capable of doing this. I start to get views, I'm getting subscribers, everything blows, everything's going, everything's thinking. But where did it start from? It first started from the positive self-concept that I had of myself, how I thought of myself. I told myself I am capable of doing this, I can do this. I didn't put any limitation or barrier onto my mind before I even started task. Hence the reason why you need to have a positive self-concept if you want to get anywhere in life. And you can extrapolate this towards anything. This could be to relationships, this could be to your career, this could be towards money, this could be towards anything. You just have to extrapolate, and you have to have a positive belief system over it. Because the negative belief system, the negative self-concept of what you believe about yourself is simply just a barrier, simply just a limitation that you've planted there unconsciously. That's all it is. We need to stop thinking, right? Now, people are going to be like, oh, that's wishful thinking. You've never been able to do this, so why do you think you're capable of that? Well, if you understand the system and you understand how the world works and you understand cause and effect, you should know that past experiences don't define you. That was your past. You've already paid for that. You don't have to pay for your past again. All you have to do is shift. But first you have to shift mentally. You have to shift mentally first, because that's where everything starts before it becomes in the physical. So identity shifting is simply shifting your self-concept, or a collection of beliefs that you have about one thing, to a preferred thing that you want to become right? Let me give you an example. Let's say you want to switch careers. If you want to switch careers, let's say you're someone who, I don't know, you're in sales and then you want to become a trader. You already have a collection of beliefs about trading and you have a collection of beliefs about sales, but the collection of beliefs both differ completely. Whatever beliefs worked in sales is not going to work with trading. Do you get what I mean? So you're going to have to shift those collection of beliefs that you believe about the thing towards the results that you want to get, right? So let me explain in a better detail. Sales, we're all doing sales. The salesperson, hustle and bustle. He has to keep working. I have to keep calling. Whereas when it comes to trading, you have to be patient. You have to understand certain things. You have to be patient. So a way that kind of helped me identity shift and get my first profitable month was already thinking that, one, I am capable of doing this and I am profitable. I mean, hey, my and I am a profitable trader already at the moment. The way that I think it is that when I'm trading, I automatically think that I have £1 million in funded automatically. So it's like whatever I'm risking, if I'm risking 0.25% or whatever, that's already £2,500. These times I don't even have that much, but I had to shift my identity to whatever it is that I wanted to become. You have to think like a certain something to actually become it. That's all identity shifting is. So when it came to the realm of trading, whenever I look on the charts, I have to say I'm already a profitable trader. I've already got $1 million in funding. What does that do? That already restricts my patience. That already means I'm already patient now. I'm saying I don't even need to really take a trade today because I've already got $1 million in funding. I've already made it. You start to act. That's all identity shifting is. It is actions aligning with the beliefs that you think about yourself. That's all it is. Do you know what I mean? And it's not hard. It's generally not hard. Anyone can do it, but it takes consistent action and discipline to go forward. You have to be consistently doing it. It takes repetition, because if you've been thinking in this type of way for a long period of time, you're going to have to do a lot of work to now tell yourself, I can do this, I am capable of this, I can do this, I am capable of this. What is possible? Let's stop thinking in limitations, let's start thinking in this. And I promise you, if you shift your self-concept of yourself, the whole world around you will change and it will show you and prove you right. That is just how identity shifting works, and that is all it is really. Like, it's actually not that deep. That's all it is, I'll be honest. Like, these are limitations, ideas that are not limited, right? Now, I explained the whole system to you. I'm going to tell you how you can actually shift your thinking into whatever, right? The first thing, remember, we always think in terms of possibilities, right? We think of what's possible and what's not possible, but 9 times out of 10 most people think I can't, or they think in the worst case scenario instead of thinking it is in the best case scenario. What has helped me is that I always think anything and everything is possible, right? You need to remember that everything and anything is possible. Everything and anything is possible. I want you to remember that, and you have to keep that at the top of your mind. You have to understand this with the deep. You have to have a conviction within yourself about this. Everything and anything is possible. If you want to create something, if you want to get a new job, even if circumstances or reality right now tells you otherwise, you have to have that conviction that everything and anything is possible. What does that do? That shifts your identity. It shifts your vibration into a higher vibration of thinking, a higher consciousness, which now allows anything to be possible. It now allows everything and anything to be possible. And now, without you even unconsciously, without realizing, your actions are going to start to align with that belief system that you have. Everything and anything is possible. So you're going to start creating videos on YouTube, maybe on TikTok, maybe you might go and start dancing, I don't know, whatever it is you want to do. Everything and anything is possible. But obviously, throughout, when we've been programmed, we've been conditioned to like think, oh, imagination is rubbish and you can't do this and this is not realistic. Bro, forget all of that. You don't need to listen to those types of people. They're probably not even in the position you want to be in anyway. Not being rude, right? But like, everything and anything is possible. It is you that determines your world and your reality. Your belief system dictates your dictates the actions that you take, but it has to align. This is why when people try to change and they try to force a habit, it doesn't work, because they haven't changed their belief about something first. They haven't changed their belief about something first. And that is the reality of it. That's all you have to do. If you want to change something, or you want to get actions and results, you have to change your belief about the thing. Remember, if you change the idea of a thing, you change the thing itself. It's that simple. It's like a game. You just play with it. I'm still practicing it myself. I'm trying to figure out loads of different things I'm trying to figure it out with. At the moment, I'm trying to identity shift when it comes to finances. Trying to shift my belief system about money that I have, because I have certain beliefs that wasn't aligning with whoever it is that I wanted to be, and I could tell from the actions and the results that I was getting in my life. Do you get what I mean? But you have to be consciously aware, and you have to understand, and you have to take accountability, and you have to understand that everything that happens in your life is just simply based off of you. Literally, you can't blame no one else. That's all it is. But you have to have a positive self-concept of yourself. It's not egotistical. I can't pronounce the words. It's actually annoying me. It's funny. It's not any of that. It's simply just you shifting who it is you want to be. So don't let the world choose who you should be. You should choose who you want to be and act on it. It's that simple, right? I hope I explained it in good detail, right? Oh shit. I hope I explained it in good enough detail. I hope you guys liked the video. This one was just about identity shift and how to actually identity shift. Like, I hope I explained it in enough detail. If I didn't, let me know in the comments and I will, but you have to let me know, otherwise I won't be able to get better. Do you get what I'm saying? So really do appreciate if you did like, subscribe, show some love, and until next time.